So if you guys were paying attention to the commercial / trailer, whatever, for the Nintendo Switch, they dropped some bombs if you were paying close enough attention to what games could be launching with Nintendo. Now we know Link of Breath of the Wild is coming out for sure with it, and a dance game from Ubisoft, but who gives a shit about that? But they showed Skyrim, and I think it was the remastered version, which is huge, and it's Bethesda on a Nintendo console. Whoever thought they'd see that day? 2, they showed a new Mario game. It is not 3D World. I played that. It almost looked like a sequel to the N64 Mario. And it also kind of looked open world. We saw that little part with the Mexican town behind it. It was very open. You could explore, walk around kind of thing. Would that be crazy if they had an open world Mario? Especially at the same time they have an open world Zelda. They also showed Mario Kart, and I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but King Boo ain't in Mario Kart 8, and you don't get 2 items. So that looks like a new Mario Kart. Or at least an updated version of Mario Kart 8 with a lot of new features and extras. They showed Splatoon, and some of those haircuts and stuff were not in there. Even the place they were fighting was not in the regular Splatoon for the Wii U. So we're talking about a lot of titles that could be launch titles or come out very closely after. You know what I mean? That first year run of games, first 3 to 6 months of games coming out for it, that could be huge sellers. Splatoon, even on the Wii U, that sold moderately. It sold good, but it didn't sell like a shit ton like the PlayStation or Xbox. That game sold like fucking hot cakes. Think about that on this new console that is projected to like make gangbusters. That will be fucking huge. No wonder why they're advertising it as an esport, because it very well probably will be. They showed off NBA 2K, which I don't give a fuck about sports games. But for a lot of people, they do. And that brings in that whole third party, getting people to go, instead of getting a PlayStation or Xbox, maybe I'll go the Nintendo route. My kids can play the Nintendo games. I can play them and enjoy them, play it with them. And then I'll have my Grand Theft Autos and my NBAs and my NFLs and all this other stuff on there. So that is awesome. There's a lot of speculation, man. Like, Bethesda. Everybody was like, oh, so Skyrim's coming for it. We cannot confirm or deny. It was in the damn trailer. It's pretty clear it's coming. I don't know if it's going to be the remastered version. It looked like it to me. But what do you guys think will be coming out for this? And did you guys get any hints from the video? And what do you think they should be putting out soon for a launch title or the right after the launch?
Apparently nothing. No, I don't know. I don't really play Nintendo, so I mean, yeah. I think that would be fun, but
sorry, I was away. I had to go take care of something. But as far as games, I mean, you got the third party, so you're gonna get tons and tons of games that people have been crying for years. Then you're gonna get the constant fucking, here's Madden, same fucking game that it's been for the last 20 years, and here's the same fucking basketball game, yeah. But you're gonna get all those third-party games, and then you're gonna get new games. You probably already mentioned the new Mario Kart and stuff like that. We're gonna see Final Fantasy come back to Nintendo after a long run with Nintendo. They kind of Square kind of said, yeah, it's been real and it's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. We're gonna go jump ship with Sony because they have 3D graphics and stuff, and kind of ran with them for a while, and then they did that journey into fucking PC world where it's like, maybe making people pay to play a game that was originally a single player that after you bought it you were good to go wasn't the best idea. So we're gonna jump back to PlayStation. But now with the new deal that is in place here, Final Fantasy 15 will come back to this console and come back home to Big Daddy Nintendo. Pretty good for a company that started off as a card company, or a game.
Yeah,
it was a toy company or a card company.
Toy and card company back in 1882, I think, is when they started.
Yeah, so in the late 1800s. But actually, the picture you have up right now, that's the playing out in the middle of nowhere with each other, which I think will be fucking amazing, in my opinion. It's like, we're on a camping trip, and the kids are like, well, it's raining, it's nasty, we can't do shit outside. Go sit in the fucking tent and play basketball. Okay, dude.
Yep. And you can bring the Pro Controller, so you can have multiple. You can have those 2 little ones hooked up, the Pro Controller, and be ready to rock. And don't forget, guys, I've heard people bitch and complain, well, Nintendo never has third party. They haven't had it since the Wii. That's why immediately after putting that out, they had that big picture saying, showing all the third-party major AAA titles, all the way down to little indie developers, agreement and contractual obligation to put out the same games for Nintendo and exclusive games for Nintendo on top of that. So there's nothing to worry about. You can try to bitch and moan and say they won't, but they got that shit on lockdown. They learned from the Wii and Wii U. They know that's what hurt them. They know that, yes, the Wii saw like gangbusters because of the whole motion controls, and it was a brand new gimmick. Nobody ever saw it. But the gimmick thing is out of the hat now. They know that they need that third-party support, and they've got it.
I mean, I just can't agree with you more. The fact that third party has come back. Fucking Nintendo needs to do a rock version of finally, but I'm super pumped about it, super excited with the contractual obligations. So they have them hemmed up by legal documentation that you will give us the same quality, same game that you're willing to give all three other, major game entities right now with PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. So with that being said, I'm pretty pumped about that. And then you have your exclusives, like we were talking with the possible Bayonetta 3,
yeah.
which are going to, I don't care what anyone says. I know people that bought the Wii U just to get Bayonetta 2, that will buy the Switch just to get Bayonetta 3, and not to mention the tons and tons of, next-gen Mario games that we're about to see come. Because it's coming. Every console drops a new Mario game. So
that's why people still buy Nintendo consoles. It's for the first-party Marios, Donkey Kongs, Super Smash. So now you're getting everything.
You may not be a fan of Nintendo, but you're a fan of Mario, so you go ahead and you go, all right, well, I'm going to get it just for this Mario game. And then, you know what, they're making 3 more versions of Mario Party before they get rid of the console. Might as well get them too. Might see what new mini-games are in this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, fun fact. And you have to check me on my fun fact, because I'm trying to remember. The first Mario Party was for the 64, yes?
Yes, yes it was. Most people get confused with Mario Kart, thinking it was, the N64. Wow, nope, Super Mario Kart was the first for that. So people usually get that confused. But yeah, you're right. Super Smash and Mario Party was N64 first.
I thought so. Oh, and then we talked about the possible openings for Super Smash with the third-party developers coming in. Oh my god, dude. It's going to be... I think that is going to be one of the most epic things that, is going to happen to that game. Because you already got your few little characters here and there from third-party developers in there. You got Square with your Final Fantasy. Then you have the Street Fighter, Ryu, don't you?
Yeah,
Ryu. Raikou.
I just say Ryu. That's just me. I'm
Raku-san, whatever his fucking name is. Daniel-san? Oh, sorry. But, now imagine where there's contractual obligation, and you get that one company goes, you know what, our game did incredibly well with your console. Then they come to Nintendo going, all right, well, what do we need to do to get our character involved in one of your biggest games and highest selling games of your company's history? And then you have them by the short and curlies bent over a barrel with a hot skewer in their ass. Sorry, my idea of freak is a little extreme.
No, you're fine. Yeah, that's a good thing to bring up, because with Super Smash, just the last one alone had over, I think, 30 characters. You had Bayonetta, you had Ryu, you had 2 from Final Fantasy, like Cloud, and I think Strife was on there also. You had characters from all over the place. Pac-Man, Mega Man, Sonic, this, that. Now think about with this console and all these third parties on here, holy shit, that opens the door. We've already had here's Nintendo's pull. Even without having really any Metal Gear Solid games on there, they got Solid Snake and said, fuck you, and made Konami Kojima say, fuck you to PlayStation, and gave PlayStation All-Stars Raiden.
I was about to say, I was about to actually bring that up, where he basically gave them a big fuck you and did that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now think about what all these other companies and Nintendo's, had running with the NX, because they're all saying the same thing. They love the system. It's easy to make games for. It's easy to port games to. The operation of it, it's what they want and what they need. So third party is going to be there. You can be a naysayer, but it's there. think about all the things that are coming with that. Not just Super Smash, but then the Amiibos. Because yes, they showed Amiibos sitting next to it, and Amiibos have been selling like fucking wildfire all over the place for Nintendo. They are not going to stop making Amiibos. And I think it's a cool little thing, because I like having little statues of characters I like. You know, and it has the usability with different games, this and that, which is awesome. So think about all the little cool Amiibos that you can get now. Like, I have Ryu, I have this and that. That'll be awesome to have these other little ones of these characters that you would never have any other way. And they actually function with your game.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they're sounding like wildfire. Nintendo doesn't let things that fucking spread like a forest fire that Smokey the Bear himself fucking said go away. They don't do it. They're just like, no, we need to keep making more handhelds because they sell fucking 150 million copies every fucking year. We gotta give them one every 3 years to keep them happy. This one now comes in blurple. What the fuck do you mean blurple?
Like, you just brought up a really great point that I have to point out there. For some of the people that are still trying to be naysayers, well, there's barely none. The internet blew up. Everybody's in support of this. Everybody really wants this. There's a few people who are like, I don't know if I'll get it. And there's even fewer who are just trying to be trolls about it. The thing that you have to remember is their handhelds, literally just the 3DS and the one before it, they say there are more of those than both Xbox and PlayStation consoles put together. Everybody wants a Nintendo handheld. That's the one that they go to. Now think about that mixing with their console. Just think about in the millions and millions of how many of these units are going to sell, dude. They actually had to... Don't forget, this is actually supposed to come out... For people who don't know from the rumor mill and everything else, even Nintendo, I think, said it themselves, this was supposed to come out fall and winter of 2016, but then they had to push it back to make more consoles. Because I think they finally realized, like, wait a minute, everybody buys their fucking handhelds. This is a handheld slash console, so that's bringing both markets together in one, and we're going to have the third-party support. We're going to need to make more. That's why I got pushed back to more.
It's the first true hybrid. I mean, they put their toes in the water with the Wii U, don't get me wrong, but this is far beyond what the Wii U could ever be. This is what they first were trying to picture with the Wii U. This is basically what happens when Goku faces off with black-haired Goku versus God Goku, pretty much. That's the best analogy I got.
To bring up Goku, think about it if Dragon Ball Xenoverse comes out on this, and somehow they get the rights to use Goku in Super Smash.
I already have, actually, when I got off the phone with you last night, I went, oh my god, why didn't I tell him that if they get those rights and somebody somewhere goes, you know what, we'll let you use Goku. Because I brought up anime and breaking in anime characters because there's tons of anime games made. Dragon Ball Z being probably the best-selling one there is. And then you got to think, Guts in Smash.
Guts, I don't know about that. That's pretty extreme. Like it'll probably be coming out for the Switch. I have no doubt that the game will most likely be on the Switch, but I don't know about them actually putting Guts in there because they let Bayonetta do what Bayonetta do, and they even let Snake have his little Super Smash where he had the gun, but it had to make like laser sounds. But Guts, man, that's a whole another level.
Think about it. Guts would pretty much be the same coding as fucking what's his name, Ike, the guy that constantly uses a sword.
Fire Emblem? You know? Yeah, true.
I mean, there's people in there that constantly use a sword. They just give that guy Cloud. He'd have the same fucking sword as Cloud. I mean, what's the difference?
Well, no, his is bigger than Cloud's. Cloud wanted to be him.
I mean, yeah, whatever. I mean, all right. So basically, I get Sephiroth's length and Cloud's girth and smack them together on a sword and put that character in there. He could still be countered. Hell, I bet you pros will figure out a way to beat his ass with Pikachu.
The pros scare me when it comes to that game.
Oh my god, dude, I watched some pros. I was terrified. I was like, what? How long do you sit and play this damn game where you just whooped everyone's ass with a fucking Kirby?
Well, Kirby's the most fucking bullshit character because he can just suck you up, jump off the edge, spit you out, and do that little fly move back up. I can't stand people who do that.
Well, hell, I've seen it to where he's dropped down so low and spit him out and did a double jump and was about to fall off the screen and won just mere seconds before he died too. And I was like, that's horse shit. That shit ended in a draw. But I guess he's banned.
Yeah, he's banned from pro play. I think with just regular play, I think they should limit how far he can fly back up. Just because they know people do that.
They should take away the double jump if he swallows somebody.
I don't think that. I think they should still keep it just in case you accidentally swallow him up while you're jumping or somebody's knocking you off the side. But if they limit the problem is the flying ability, because then he can wait till he gets pretty damn low down where no other character can fly the fuck back up, but then spit you out and then fly back up like no problem. That's the fucking issue, I think. But if you people didn't notice, the one thing they didn't show was Super Smash. But there are rumblings, like people are saying, oh, there's a port or there's some version of Super Smash that will be coming with this around launch or a little bit after launch, so probably around 3 to 6 months. I'm wondering what they're cooking up, because they probably didn't show it just to not give shit away.
Oh, because, look, man, you're not going to put your best hooker out there on the street when you know you can put her up in the private hotel room and niggas will come to her. Damn it, I did it again. But
I'm going to have to cut that shit out again.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault.
Racist.
But not racist. Whatever.
Why'd you say that like a little girl denying that she wanted dick? I'm not. I don't want dick.
You shut your mouth. God damn it, Miss Garrison. But, anyway, moving on. But, you know, you don't throw your best cards out there early on in the game. So, you know, you just got to sit back and see what they cook up and what they throw out at us. I mean, like we said, there is a lot of third party. I mean, every third party is involved now. So, definitely going to have to see where Smash goes from this. You know, it's going to get absolutely fucking crazy. And, you know, we actually might see a fucking Pokemon console game, not a handheld.
Oh, they said that.
Console.
They said that. Game Freak themselves have said the next new ones after Moon and Sun, I think it's called, will be on the Nintendo Switch. Since, come on, you know Nintendo's not putting out another handheld. That would just hurt the market for it. So, yes, that'll be the first time that the main series of Pokemon games will be on a console, which is awesome.
Oh, thank you. No more Snap and Stadium which came out for the
N64,
which I think was the last one.
And I like Snap, too. Fuck
Stadium.
You.
Snap was garbage. I hated Snap.
Fuck
Stadium was actually enjoyable because you can take your game that you played on your handheld, load up your character, tell your buddy, bring your best Charizard. My fucking Blastoise is level 87. But like, oh yeah, that's cute. 100 level Charizard. Is that the only fucker you used in the whole game, guy? Yes, it is.
You know what I hope they bring back, and I've had this in Carmageddon actually saw it because we all played it over here one night when we were drinking. So did Monkey Paws. But Pokemon Token, that's what they call it in Japan, or Pokemon Tournament here in America. It is a fighting game made by the people who do Tekken, but with Pokemon, and it is fucking awesome. It started out as a Japanese arcade, but it was so popular that like, we got to make a home console version. And it was such gangbusters over there, like we got to release it in America. Hopefully, they make another one for the Nintendo Switch, because that is just a great fighting game. It's fun. You can play it with your kids. You can play it against people. You can get really good at it, yet it's still accessible for everybody to play. I hope they bring that back.